We're talking about scaling processing of cashew in Nigeria, the Vertex Agro approach. Cashew, as many of us have known, is one of the major export crops in Nigeria. After sesame seed, cocoa, you have cashew. We produce about 350,000 tons of raw cashew nuts in Nigeria, out of which only about 18% is locally produced, processed. The rest is sent either to India or to Vietnam in the raw form. Now, the importance of this product when it is processed in terms of revenue generation, employment generation, especially to the females, cannot be overemphasized. And because of that, Nigeria is working towards processing at least 50% of our cashews in the next 7 years in Nigeria. And so the need for more processing plants is there. And a lot of people are coming, and we're expecting that in the next 3-4 years, we will have about 4 times what we are processing at the moment. In Nigeria, like I said, only 18% of the cashew is being processed so far. But the potentials are great because the farmlands, the fields are there, and people are ready to plant cashews. Cashews are being processed. Demand is on the increase every day. In fact, while I was sitting here, I had about 2-3 people sending text messages. Can we get WW320? Can we get WW240? Can we get WW450? So the demand is there, and the raw material is there. And we're calling on everybody. The federal government is also calling on people who want to invest in the cashew processing sector. The challenge we'll be having as an industry for now has been the absence of a defined cashew policy that will chart a way for us. But luckily, we've been working over the past 2.5 years in producing a cashew policy. And I can announce to us that by 2nd of next month, the ministries of agriculture and then trade and industry are holding a meeting with all the relevant stakeholders where our cashew policy draft will be reviewed. And it is expected that before the end of the year, that draft will be presented to the Federal Executive Council for assent. So the draft is going to, the policy is going to be there, and that makes it easier for investors to come. Why cashew? A lot of things that are taking place in Nigeria, if you are processing cashew locally, revenue generation will increase. For instance, after processing cashew, and we're looking at the approach Vertex Agro has taken. Number one, we employ a lot of people, especially the females. Our factory, for instance, is at 25 tons per day capacity. We have over 450 women that are there permanently employed, and then we have about 150 young men that work there. So number one is employment generation. Not only that, a lot of our imported items can be reduced if we process our cashews locally. All we're doing in Vertex Agro is we get all the cashews. Most of the cashews are exported because Nigerians are yet to understand the value of cashew kernels. So 99% of the cashews processed in Nigeria are actually exported to Europe, to the United States of America, to Asia, and other countries. And demand is on the increase. When we process cashew, what we've been facing in Nigeria has been how to use the byproduct. So what we did in Vertex Agro was the pieces that have no export value, we convert them to butter, cashew butter. And cashew butter is the best butter you can think about. And we're already exploring partnerships and with supermarkets in Europe who will be off-taking these cashews. Not only that, the shells from cashew, they're a very wonderful source of organic fertilizers. So what we Vertex Agro is to invest heavily into research. We export a lot of other things. In the year 2019, we exported a lot of sesame seeds to Japan, and those SMCs were rejected because of chemical residues. You know, as a Nigerian, you know, if you've been here for some time, you've discovered that a lot of agro produce are in Europe, in US, and so on and so forth. So we began to think, and we looked there, okay, let's use the byproducts. And so we began to research, and we're not producing organic fertilizers that we burn the shells into biochar, and then we pelletize it, and we introduce microorganisms that are released when you drop the fertilizer in the soil and you apply water. And these are making remarkable impact in the soil. So we are encouraging farmers to stop using our inorganic fertilizers. Not only that, we'll be able to develop pesticides and fungicides, all from cashew byproducts, and even storage chemicals we develop from fertilizer byproducts. I gave the slides. I'm not sure if you play, but we have them there at the stand. If you want to go and take a look, and the demand is huge in Nigeria today. Our expectation that in the next 4-5 years, our bio pesticides will be occupying at least 20 to 30% of the pesticide that is being used in Nigeria. So that will cut down drastically the rejection rates of agri-produce that are taken out of this country. So these are the things we're doing. The industry is a growing one, and we're inviting every participant to come and we move it together. Thank you very much.